Alright, that was the folks. Your boy Marcus on 205 numbers after the name. A little tight Tuesday action here. A little gameplay comes down to the limits of the wall to the wire. I just want to talk about some of the classes I'm using, man. Some of the guns I like, some of the guns I don't like, and kind of where I'm at right now with the game, man. You know, to start off, you start off with, well, it depends on what you pick, actually, what you start off with. But if you use an assault rifle, if you use a submachine gun, let's go with assault rifles first over here. You start off with the ICR. It's a laser, man. Like, there's no really other way to put it. It's a laser. If you get grip on it, it's even a little more of a laser. And if you put grip 2 on it, it's like really a laser. Like, that even like helps with flinch and stuff. So like, you pretty much like automatic, like gonna shoot whatever you're hitting. So you better make sure you have good aim. Damage on it is pretty solid. I enjoy it. I might come back to it. I skipped the Rampart. I kind of played with it a little bit. I didn't really like it. It had like a slow rate of fire. I gotta go back to it though, because I've been hearing that like the high caliber 2 thing is like out of control. Like high caliber gives you extra damage for headshots, and high caliber 2 is pretty much like everything chest high. I think counts like as a headshot, something like that, and that's pretty wild. Like kind of irresponsibly wild, at least by the sound of it. So I have to come back to the Rampart. I used the KN for a while. I've never been a big KN fan in any Call of Duty game. I enjoyed it in this game. I think for the rate of fire and kind of what the KN allowed me to do was, and you'll notice I kind of push heavy a lot and I'm kind of in people's faces sometimes, and that's not the optimal use for a submachine gun. But the KN kind of allowed me to do that and also shoot at long range. Although I could get outshot by ICRs and stuff like that, or anyone who just has a little bit better aim because the KN does have some bounce to it. But that's kind of up on me at that point, whether I engage that engagement or not. I then probably use the KN throughout. I tried all the other guns. I didn't really like them until I got to the Maddox. I like the Maddox a lot. I haven't heard too many people talk about it as being like an elite gun. But I like the Maddox. I think it's another one kind of like the KN where it offers me, and even to a further extent, I think this one is very submachine gun-ish, but it offers me some of the perks of a submachine gun of like being up in people's faces, but also being able to shoot them from far away. So overall, I'm kind of rolling with the Maddox right now, but I do have to give a chance to the high caliber kind of stuff that I've been seeing. Because time to kill in this game is a little bit longer than in previous Call of Duty games. We all have more health. The guns also deal maybe a little more damage, but some guns shoot a little bit slower than we did in previous Call of Duty games. So overall, it kind of bounces out to we all have a little bit more health. And anything I could do to reduce that time to kill is really what we're looking for over here. So the ICR being a laser, for example, that helps out a lot. If you could all of a sudden get like more headshots and stuff because of the ICR's laser-like qualities, hey, you're gonna kill people a lot quicker. If you if you got that high caliber 2 perk with the Rampart, I'm very interested in that actually, because that just seems kind of ridiculous. And same thing even with the Maddox, that I feel, don't quote me on this, but it has to have one of the higher rates of fire. Maybe the Vapor might have it higher, but one of those have to have like the highest rate of fire, like the assault rifle class. That really helps out because all of a sudden you're pumping in a lot more bullets. On the submachine gun side, the MX9 I believe is what you start off with over there. I think it's pretty solid. I kind of compare it to like almost an MP5-ish kind of gun. Not 100% correlation, but pretty close to it. I'm enjoying it. I probably still use it the most. I went through a phase where I used the Spitfire a lot. And the main reason I did that was only for certain maps, like Summit and stuff. Yeah, Summit really is kind of, I think about it. Summit might be my one submachine gun map. Summit and Slums, but Slums is a little more difficult because there are like longer lines of sight. I mean, there are on Summit too, but the way I play Summit is really up in your face. So Spitfire to me was a blessing because I was able to pump out so many bullets, but it shoots so fast, like so fast. And I believe the operator mod even makes it shoot like faster. So I haven't even tried that yet, but I gotta give it a roll. But that helps the time to kill, right? Like if you get those bullets in over there. Now I believe if you put the operator mod, like like you're just not even gonna be able to aim down the side. Like there is no like aiming at range kind of thing with that gun. Already as is, the range is very limited on it. So that's why I caution. I use it at Slums much because I kind of push into that like middle building area, and there I'm able to put in work with it. But if I were trying to play some of the like the longer range of sights on the map, probably not recommended for it. And that's kind of where I've stopped. Like the GKS is solid, but I wasn't too enamored by it. The last submachine gun, which name's escaping right now, I think it's like the SOG or something like that. I've been using it a little bit. I liked it. It also seems to have a pretty high rate of fire and shoot pretty quickly and whatnot. But I still haven't found that like magical combination, especially on the submachine gun side, where I'm like, this is my gun. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I haven't found like the Famasia. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't been enamored by anything so much. The Maddox is pretty good, but I'm open to other suggestions. I think the reason for that is because of the uniqueness of all the attachments that you could have. You know, back in the day, we'd have the same attachments on every gun, and you could really get a feel for, all right, well, this gun with extended mag, this gun with like high caliber, this gun with this. Oh, by the way, if you ever need to know what happens when care package drops on you, pretty standard Call of Duty stuff. It'll still kill you. Ugh. But all right, man, I'll call the Mantis. I should talk about score streaks. I might talk about sneaking some score streak talk here right before the end. But I still haven't found that. I think part of the reason I haven't found this is because of all the different attachments you could have. Like, the Rampart, to me, isn't really that great of a weapon. But if you add the high caliber 2 thing, that's pretty wild. So that means I gotta go use it. I gotta go, like, you know, prestige it all the way. And I gotta get that high caliber 2 perk and feel it out over there, which is something that, for example, I don't think the Maddox has. It completely changes the game, kind of how you play over that, for a good thing. Score streaks, real quick. I might do like a score streak more intense video coming up on it. But I'm mainly rolling with Care Package, Hellstorm, Mantis. I love the Mantis. People still haven't really figured out how to take it down too quickly. Eventually, I'm sure they will, so they'll put on work. I could also substitute the Mantis with a chopper if you're in a more open map. That's fine. But once again, this is a game where you can't set the score streaks to the create class. Shout out to my people in Modern Warfare 3. So you're kind of rolling in with whatever you got, and it's tough to kind of remember and look at the map and be like, oh, that's right, we're playing on Summit now. Maybe I shouldn't run the helicopter. Oh, we're playing on Jungle. I should run the helicopter. Ideally, optimally, you like to do that. I don't, but the Mantis seems to be pretty good for all situations. It kind of goes in and out. And you can control it. I haven't done that. But on its own, it puts in work, and people haven't really fully figured out how to take it down yet, so it kind of gets in there. The Hellstorm is beast. I hope they don't patch it. And the Care Package is the Care Package. It allows you to get bigger streaks when you don't deserve them, man. That's always a plus. Your Bo Marcos, deuces.